I want to start by talking a little bit about integrity. We are aware that very few of you are writing your own name and then writing somebody else's name and handing it on a slip. The number of names that we see and the number of people here differ. That's cheating. And if you cheat, if you or your friend happen to get an F at the end, and you know you did the work, you will know why. Am I clear? Have integrity, folks. Most of you do. But have integrity. Not values. Don't give into peer pressure to write down somebody's name that's not you. Any questions about that? Is that being fair enough? Okay, the midterm. Okay, part A. Just went on or off? Part A. So part A will be multiple choice, mostly with some true and false for 25 points. We're going to give you part A first. When you hand in part A, you graduate to part B. So, part B. Okay? Part B is short answer. Again, 25 points. Pay very close attention not only to the question, but next to the question there will be a point value. If the point value says 4, don't give one answer. If the point value says 1, don't give 5 answers. Okay? Sometimes I've seen, point value for 2 points, and somebody spent 15 minutes giving me 5 answers, hoping that at least 2 are right. Understood? Okay? Conserve your life. Now, and in part B, you get to graduate to part C. Part C is an essay, okay, where you're asked to be, one of the things you have to need to learn in university is to synthesize information. Bring ideas together. But we're going to be nice to you. Okay? Again, it's 25 points. And you'll have a choice of topic. You have a choice. And some of you in this class have kept very good notes. You may use your notes for part C. So some of you will be rewarded because you kept very good notes. Okay? If you kept good notes, you don't have to use them in part C. There's no part B. Okay, this is it. Yes, questions?
How much time do you have for all this?
You have this task time. Part A you can do in about 10 minutes. So, budget your time. Now, don't agonize over your short answers. Don't spend an hour on part B. What? No. University. Quizzes, go be doing quizzes. For the short answers part. I'll come back to yes. Question? No, not okay. Yes. Online with paper. You'll be given a booklet, answers, and the short answers you'll do in the booklet with the sheet that we give you, as well as the short answer, the essay you'll do in the booklet, which we'll give you.
Is triple space or?
Just so that we can read it. Yes.
Do we got the option to do part C, then part B, then part A, or does it
No.
have to go A, B, C?
ABC. Yes. What? Oh, it'll all be on paper. Yeah. It'll all be on paper. Yes. Here, in this room. Look at the course outline. Any other questions? Any other questions? Yeah. Sorry?
Section 1 or section A, multiple choice, similar to the ones you'll be doing in the quizzes, right? So the 25, because some of them are doing repeats. So the 25, you can actually use about 10 minutes. Trust me, just read and then separate and then go. So the 18 minutes, you spend about 10 minutes for the short answer, okay? Even if you are slow and you go say 20 minutes, that's good. The section B, the short answers, very simple, about 9 of them.
9 of them?
9 of them. It's simple. So if you ask you, just list 2 things, list and go. Okay? So short answers, just listing and
No, you don't have to write sentences.
you give it a small space that you write in there. A small space that you write in. Okay? And so that one you can use maximum of 10-15 minutes to finish that. The rest of the time is for your essay.
Yeah.
Okay, then the essay you have your notes. So if you write good notes at the essay. That's the only time you will now bring your notes out. The first 2 sections you can't use your notes. Okay? And so the essay one, you have to remember you have 80 minutes, right? So you can use about 25 to 30 minutes thereabout to write a essay. So this is the best thing you're going to get. You don't get this in most classes, right? And then writing with your hand is just practice for your final exam. Final exam, you go to the gym, you do about 2 hours or 3 hours, and final exam you have more questions. Synthesis of the whole. Is that clear?
Is it possible for us to do the quizzes online? Because I just checked right now and we can't like actually go through them again.
Which one?
All the quizzes.
Or you wanted to
To
review
use
those?
them, yeah, to review them as a way for us to study.
Okay. I'll try. We can maybe just for that day we'll open them up again for you to review. Okay. But you did them, so why do you want to go back and see them?
It's a way of
You're so
studying.
young, you're smart.
It's a way of
So,
studying.
yeah, so maybe there's actually on Thursday. I'll see if we can. I'll not be here, but if I just remind you, I'll try that morning or I can open up all the quizzes for you to go back and look at the questions again. But trust me, you do well. The questions are
Okay, one more, and then we need to get going today.
What type of notes are we allowed to bring for the test?
All your handwritten notes, you'll be making handwritten notes, right? So you can bring all your handwritten notes. Okay, so today we're playing on art. Okay, part one. On a scale of 1 to 10, give yourself a number for the level of art appreciation. That, okay? So this end you're not really that interested in visual art. This one you're really, really like doing art. Okay, everyone circle the number. Okay. How many zeros and ones? Put up your hand. I'm not going to judge you, just zeros, any zeros and ones. One person, okay. 2 threes. A few more. 4 fives. Okay, somebody in the middle. 6 7. Yeah, a little bit better. Okay. 8 9 10. 10. Okay. Good. Okay, next question. How many times in the last 3 years have you visited an art museum or commercial art gallery? I need to give you a gold star. 6 7 times. How many, just by show of hands, how many of you have never been to an art museum?
Trips in this class. You can ask me. You know how many people that have to think art museums?
What I want to point out to you, ladies and gentlemen, is that unlike music, one of you likes music. So, in most likelihood, many of you have not had much education or exposure to visual art. Some of you have, that's good. But more, in terms of visual art, there's been probably less exposure than, we'll say, with music, right? So part of my task today is to try to convince you, whether I succeed or not, I don't know, that viewing art is a good idea. So, okay. So why art? Why look at art? For many people, it gives a great deal of pleasure. It's a source of pleasure. Art moves us. enlightens us. It can challenge us. I'm going to try and give examples of some of these as we go through. Okay? I like this quotation. I'll let you read it. One, two, 3 points here. Art, it turns out, can play a very important role in your life. So broaden your horizons. Okay? Just by way of self-disclosure, if there's no name with the art piece, that's mine. Wow. Curiosity. What? Yeah. Curiosity. Remember, we've started this semester, we talked about the value of curiosity. Art can help enhance that. Okay? It makes us more comfortable with questioning ambiguity, because what does this mean? It doesn't necessarily mean one thing. Okay? Artists daydream a lot, and scientists seem to think that's a good thing. To notice that you have an idea, not just, but to notice that you have an idea, and then to run with it. To work, to use it. But if you, did I go too fast? All right. If you're scientists, you want scientific evidence, I'm going to go to that next. Okay? So evidence, this is an area of science. It's called neuroaesthetics. It's a study of art in the brain. Not just visual art, but music and dance and all of the arts. My focus, of course, is going to be visual art. So, here's a definition. So, I'm tempted to put this definition on the exam. What is neuroaesthetics? Measurably change the brain and body. Contribute to health and well-being. It turns out that looking at art is healthy. It helps your brain. This is some of the evidence. Creates neural pathways and ways of thinking, increasing. Do you know what this word means in terms of the brain? Plasticity. Anybody not know what plasticity means here? Plasticity means the ability of the brain to to change and move and adapt. We used to think that once you got to to a certain age, your brain stopped growing and stopped changing. We've discovered that that's not true. Throughout your lifetime, your brain is continually changing. That's called plasticity. If you want that, that's a good thing, and it keeps your brain young.
I have a question. So basically, if you ask someone that, can you just write the increases using other? Can you just write the increases with the mechanical using something like that?
I just said, keep it easy. It changes the brain and helps with well-being. Helps with brain plasticity and really good. Yeah, it increases the brain's ability to adapt and change. Is that what you wanted? Okay, good. We now know, and I should give you evidence of this, that the brain, actually, in experience in art, multiple areas of the brain light up. Dr. Soto mentioned this with music. This happens with art as well. Yes? We'll sort of get there. You want to know your stress? Go look at some art. How to process difficult emotions, and I'm going to give you a personal example of that in a moment. Bless you. You've got lots of blessings today.
Thank you.
All done? Someone's not done? Sorry. At Berman, we offer you opportunities to go to artistic activity concerts. And next week, we're going to give you an opportunity to go to an art show. Tell you at the end. Last summer, I had the privilege of seeing this painting in Vienna. It's amazing. This is what the science says. This is not an artist speaking. This is what science says. I will post this PowerPoint. Music was not there, but we're missing one. I'll put it up today. Okay. This, a few days ago, this was in the Guardian newspaper, which I get on one of my streams, where they, in the Netherlands, they did a study. I just checked my notes here. And it revealed that there's a difference in the brain between looking at a real piece of art versus looking at a poster or a representation. And the researchers wanted to study what the difference was in the brain. So they wired people up, about 60 people, ranging in age from 21 to 65. And they found, and this is a very famous painting, by Vermeer, titled The Pearl, the Girl with a Pearl Earring. And so you can see that this person's wired up, picking up the actual painting. And they discovered that within the brain there is 10 times more activity in the brain when looking at a real piece of art versus looking at a poster on the same piece of art. They were surprised. They didn't expect that result. So there's real value in seeing actual art. So here's a brain scan of the distribution of the eye movement going from the pearl here in this area of the brain. This is what this is what they call a sustained attention loop between her eye, the earring, and her mouth. This is happening unconsciously. This is not people reporting what they saw. It was with the MRI device. Okay. This is one of mine. This is one of the things I believe in, ladies and gentlemen, that experience art is always an invitation for human agents. That's what I've come to believe. That experiencing art, you don't have to be a creator of art, but experiencing art is always an invitation to human agents. I think I'm going to skip this slide of the video here. I would like you to watch the video because we're running out of time already. Okay, so I'm going to have you look at some art on the screen here, and then I'm also going to invite you in a few minutes to go and look at some art that's not on the screen. Okay? So I want you to sort of have some fun here. On this scale, I'm going to show you about 10 pieces very quickly. And just subconscious score them from sort of you don't like it to you really like it. So here's the variety. Ready? On your marks, get set, go. Okay, and then discuss with the partner. Number one. By a Canadian artist.
9 out of 10.
I would go 4 or 5.
Okay, we're going to go
I don't like red. Really? I think the red, I think it's more magenta, but I think the red has a really good contrast. That's true. Of course these people would. Yeah, no, I'd give it 10 too. much my dog breeds. This one is the 10.
I keep it in the 11 if I can. It looks so peaceful.
And, oh, imagine just like being here and just sitting down. That looks. What is that? Oh, worship for the earth. Part of 10. Yeah, I agree. Because they still put a lot of work into it. You know, the thing is, whenever I look at art, I need to know the context of it. You know, to really enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah. No, zero, no. I don't care. I feel anxious when I look at that. I feel anxious. And that's my brain right now with midterms, actually. You're looking inside of my brain. It's just a murder scene. My brain looks at you? Oh! What is that? Oh, yeah, I've heard of those stuff too. I've heard of like when people get more depressed, their drawings become crazier. Wow. Edward. No, Edward. I like that one. Oh, it's cute. Honestly, I give it a 6 just because I don't like the scene deserted streets at all.
I feel like it tells a story of like what you're talking about.
Oh, I see. And it looks a little nice, yeah. No, that reminds me of the school.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
anything for me.
Yeah, I don't know what. But are those tents under there or mountains? I can't. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I like the sky though. The sky is pretty, but I'd give it a 5 because I don't know what. You know. That's cool. That's like cool. Like imagine, yeah. Like imagine like going through those pathways. Like it's such an adventure. I'd say like a 9.
I knew Leo would say something.
Oh my god! I'm so scared. Wait, it's called Black Venus. Interesting.
Have fun? I want you to go to the library, and I want you to find at least 2 of my pieces in the library. Take a note. And so, time to get some exercise. You've got exactly 6 minutes. I'm going to start preparing something for you. Exactly 6 minutes.
What art? What art?
That's actually like a good. That's like I'm like, I do not want to.
What's the point of this exercise other than having you get some exercise? Did you know? Sorry, go ahead.
Huh? I was gonna say so that we could visually see, because like with the pictures that I saw, a lot of it was texture-wise. Like texture was really showing through, and that showed more appreciation for the art than like the visual art.
Yes, thank you. Exactly. I wanted you to experience the difference between the single representation of an image versus the image itself. And if you looked at the real stuff, you see things you don't get in a representation. So looking at art, and even in good reproduction in a book, does not do the same thing for your brain as if you see the actual thing. And there's scientific evidence for that. And you begin to understand why. There's more to see with the real piece. So anyway, I hope it was a little fun. If you have questions about it in the art, I'm happy to sort of try and answer you after class. So, okay. I want to show about 3 slides here about some of the values of art I want to try and demonstrate. One way I process grief is through my art, through poetry. Excuse me, are you on your phone now? Are you on your phone? No phone. My mother, when I was finishing up college or university, died of breast cancer. One way I dealt with that is through writing poetry and through art. I did a series of paintings entitled Loneliness. Each of the paintings dealt with some aspect of loneliness. Because at times I felt lonely in my life. And many people do. This one is particularly difficult for me because this square here is the same size as this square here. This is on lead, this is on copper, patina, this is tar. You can't quite see it here, so I'll bring it up. This is a photograph of my mother in the coffin. So you can see how it connects with loneliness. And again, the actual piece, I think, is better than seeing this representation. So the point here was, one of the values of art that I find is a way to deal with my emotions, to process them. And I suggest it's a way for you to process emotions, even if you're not creating art, you can look at art. Another thing, another way is art raises awareness. Right? This is by a Canadian artist, George Littlechild. He grew up in Massachusetts. I think he now lives in Vancouver. And my wife did a short movie on him once, about him once, many years ago. But talks a lot about this is the residential school experience, right? There's a powerful warrior, a very handsome, powerful warrior, but what's his background? Raise awareness. This is a mural in Toronto. It probably no longer exists because there was a big, it caused a lot of controversy. This mural in Toronto depicted that this character here is a Punjabi rapper who was killed. You know it. Some people know it. And so this artist, on a side wall of a bakery owned by somebody from Punjab, commissioned him to do this mural. He had lots of space, he included other people included in this mural. I'm trying to see, can you pronounce his name for me, the rapper? I can't pronounce it. Sidhu Muswana.
Oh, I know.
Almost. Almost. My apologies. And with various other figures from movies, other rappers, Tupac Shakur is here. But it ruffled some feathers and people complained, and the city and bureaucratic stepped in and said we have to take it down. One of the things art does, or can do, is these social political commentary. And I'm sorry they had to take it down. Okay, now you're going to create some art. Okay.
Here, I'll get the front. Is it just two person? Oh yeah. You want help?
Now they can make it.
Okay, does everyone have 2 sheets? Okay, in 6 easy steps, I'm going to turn one of you into an artist. Does anyone not have a pencil? Wow. If you want a pencil, I'm impressed. Then I got some pencils. One more? Oh, okay. So, ready, set, go. Roll that.
I don't know why. It's just so satisfying. You just like that.
Which way?
You know? I like it. What can I say?
You're right. Where do we draw that? One side of the paper. I don't know where I want that. Draw that.
Give yourself some room around it. You're gonna be drawing stuff up here as well. So in the middle of your face. Yes.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. Okay. Step 2. Step 2. By the end, you should know what you draw. You should recognize it.
Are we drawing baby?
Okay, ready for step 3? No?
Yes.
Beauty takes time.
I'm ready for the next step.
Step 3.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that was too small. Oh, luckily I have an eraser. No, it doesn't work. Oh, it does. Are these like the milk ones?
No,
Oh, they are.
Okay, everyone done for step 3? 4.
No. What? I thought it was a chick. I think so. Huh? Oh, wait, but he's cute. Oh no, that scared me though. Yeah, because at first it was just like a smiling chick to me.
Yeah.
So did you skip a step?
Wait, what? Mine looks very different. Mine looks very different. Why? Why?
Why didn't you bring us the second grade?
If you need to start over, you have a second grade.
Wait, whoa!
That looks so creepy. It's good, it's good, it's good.
Ready for the final step? 1, 2, 3.
Oh my goodness. Joel, show me yours, but Hey Sean, can I see yours? Mine looks so bad. Yours looks like...
Mine looks bad.
you notice how difficult it is, even with a simple drawing, to translate what your eye sees to what your hand does? This is very simple, right? But it's a real challenge to translate what you see in your head on the screen outdoors to what your hand does. It takes a good deal of practice to become very good. But I saw some very good pigments, so some artists here. So good for you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, now very briefly some considerations I want you to think about. These are some ideas about art that I want you to think about. The first is a very long quotation, so I'll let you read it. Some philosophy. If you come to my house, I have this hanging in my wife told me that. Do you understand what's going on here? The point being that we need to avoid the paranoid mindset. The paranoid mindset presumes to know that if you read this novel, it's bad for everyone. So I'm going to want the book banned. Or this piece of art is garbage, so I want it banned from the museum. What's that person doing? Presuming that their moral standard needs to apply to everybody else. That they're superior somehow, that their moral standard needs to be the standard. And takes away human freedom. Art engages and asks you to, the response is up to you. I don't know what my art means. When I make a piece of art, I do not start with a story in my head, with a meaning. What I see in my head is an image, an idea. And I turn it around in my head and play with it. And then I dialogue with my materials. And my materials sort of guide me with what I should do or shouldn't do, what's working and what's not working. It's very intuitive. And then when I feel it's complete, and because of a lot of practice, a lot of looking at art, I have an intuitive sense when it's complete or done and ready to show. So it always interests me when somebody says something I hadn't thought about. No, I think it maybe, was it Esther? Was it you who showed me a picture of the painting with all the green in it, the landscape?
Yeah.
Was it you or your friend who said it was the Aurora Borealis? Sorry, your name?
Michelle.
Thank you. I'd never thought of that. She saw something in my work I'd never consciously thought of, but when she said it, I went, yeah, that's true. I can see that now. So thank you. Pleasure is important, and knowing pleasure. This is not the bad kind of pleasure where you go and get drunk at a bar. This is a knowing pleasure. The thrills to every richness art can offer. It doesn't shrink from the issues art can raise. Because art does raise issues. Art has power. People wouldn't get upset about it if it didn't have power. That mural in Toronto had power. And people got upset about it. This is what we need. You may have heard of the artist Banksy. He's perhaps the world's most famous current artist. He does these things. He's sort of anonymous. Guess where this is? Which country he went to and where he painted this? Any guesses? Ukraine. Trying for beauty over destruction. Very famous philosopher John Dewey wrote a whole book called Art and Civilization. A book I've enjoyed teaching years in the past, which is a great book. He writes that only imaginative vision elicits the possibilities that are interwoven with the texture of the actual. That's what being creative and curious and being imaginative can do. There's lots in our society that needs healing. It's very easy to be destructive and to destroy. It's a lot harder to create and preserve and build up people, nature, the environments in which we live. That's going to be a very hard task your generation is going to face. And you're going to need an imaginative vision. Okay? Finally, back to this book. And I have a handout here from the main ideas of this book because this is one quote from this book. These are two researchers. Okay? And they talk about having an aesthetic mindset. The ways in which you are aware of art, the arts, and the aesthetics around you, and how to bring them into your life with purpose. Everyone have one? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if I can have your close attention here for what I'm about to say. Young, you have a lot of potential. One of the great tragedies as a teacher is to see students who don't live up to potential. One of the great rewards is seeing students who do. I had the privilege at noon, or just before noon, to visit with a former student who has one of the most important roles in the Department of Defense in Ottawa. The ongoing situation in Ukraine. From Burma. One of my students. My prayer, this is a prayer that I have for you. That as you journey on your success, that you have an aesthetic mindset. Doesn't mean you have to be an artist, but that you have an aesthetic mindset and understand and learn to appreciate the value of the arts. Where are the arts and aesthetics around you? I've got art in my office, and it always amuses me how many people come to my office and don't see anything. They don't see it. Don't have an aesthetic mindset. Why? You bring them into your life with purpose. 4 key attributes. I never curiosity, playful, open-ended exploration, sensory awareness, again, one of the dangers of these cell phone things is that you walk around with them. And you're looking at this thing while you're walking around. We all do it. And one of the downsides of that, I've seen it in Europe when I've taken students on trips to Europe. Tourists walking around looking at their phones, not looking at what's around them. I remember standing on the Acropolis. This is Greece. This is the Acropolis. Okay? The person with a selfie stick was videotaping going like this, saying, I'm somewhere here in Athens, and this is where I am, and moved on. Not looking at where she was, but looking at where she was through her cell phone. It's not the same thing, folks. A drive to engage in creativity as a maker or beholder. Which means if when there are concerts Sunday at 4, concerts here, go to them. They're free. Oh, sorry. Okay, just a few more slides and then I'll let you go. Everybody done? Very quickly, I'm going to go through this one quickly. You don't have to take this one. But salience is an important word to look up. So look it up. Okay? And what you want in your brain is greater saliency, coming together, the interconnectedness of your brain to provide a greater awareness and of beauty and what's possible. It's called salience, coming together different parts of your brain to work together. The release of neurotransmitters like dopamine. How do you pronounce this, Dr. Duncan? Activating your synapses, increasing synaptic, here's that word again, plasticity. Giving your brain exercise. You know very well if you lie in bed for 4 or 5 years, your muscles won't atrophy. If you don't lose it, you what? Lose it. Same applies to your brain. So artists can literally rewire your brain for the good. They're the secret sauce that helps build new synaptic connections. What you want is a brain that has lots of synaptic connections. The more connections you have, the better your brain. That's simple. The arts, not just visual art, but also music, builds more synaptic connections. Do you understand why I'm passionate about this? It's going to be so much pleasure. I landed in college with very little art experience. And I decided, because I wasn't really thinking straight, that I was going to run for the position of yearbook editor. So, gave my speeches and things. And then I was shocked to discover that no one ran against me, so I got the job. And I said, now what am I going to do? I didn't know anything about this. So again, my thinking's not clearly very logical here, but I thought, well, I'm going to have to design this thing, this yearbook. I better take an art course in design. Makes sense, right? So I signed up for an art course. Except it wasn't a design course. It was how to do art. So I get into the class, and I realize I'm in deep doo-doo. Because I believed I had zero talent. Zero! And one of the early assignments, the teacher said, you need to do a self-portrait. Here's a mirror, do a self-portrait. And I panicked. Where's my hat? Professor, I don't know how to do, I can't do this. I can only do stick figures. I forget the exact words he said to me. I do know that what I'm going to tell you were not the exact words he said. He was much nicer than what I remember. He basically told me to shut up and get with the program. Do it! He didn't use those words, but that was the message of it. And I slowly discovered a love for something I never knew I would have. So, now I'm a juried member of the Alberta Art Society. I'm also a juried member of the Canadian Sculpture Society out of Toronto. I've taken courses in that right now. Okay, finally, this is one of my last slides. This is one of my favorite quotations, and I have two announcement slides. Christian Wyman is a Christian writer. He's also a very good poet. I like his poetry. I like that he wrote a book about how to believe in the modern age, which I've given to students, I've shared with others. But this is one of my favorite quotations from him. Let us remember that in the end we go to poetry, it means all art, for one reason. So that what? We might read it with me, so that we might fully inhabit our lives and the world in which we live. And that if we more fully inhabit these things, might be less apt to destroy them. Again, my final prayer for you. Okay, two announcement slides. I'm going to be a little bold if you want. This is the QR code for my website. I'm also on Instagram, but I need to catch up with my posts. Coming up on the 16th of Wednesday, the 16th at 6 p.m., we're going to have a kind of inaugural art show in the library entitled Original Sin. I didn't plan it, but it's going to comprise a couple of faculty members, myself included, with some student work, We're also going to be there to talk about the art. So come here, we may even try and have cookies for you. At least come for the cookies, if not for the art. Okay. Have you learned something today? Have a good Thanksgiving.
Here's your eraser. Perfect, thank you.